Projecting optimism about a deal while also issuing fresh warnings to Iran. Joining us now live in studio is NTD's White House correspondent, Iris Tao. So Iris, good to have you here. Can you tell us what is the latest?
Sure. So as we know, the U.S. delegation led by Vice President J.D. Vance is heading to Pakistan this weekend to do in-person talks with Iran about the temporary ceasefire. But we know that the president this morning and telling NBC News that he's very optimistic about how this is going, about a deal potentially being reached. But he also adds that Iranian leaders are talking, quote, much differently when you're at a meeting than they do to the press, adding that they're more actually reasonable when they're actually talking with the administration themselves directly. The president also adding that Iran is agreeing to do all the things that they have to agree to. Remember, they've been conquered. They have no military. And that really echoes what the White House was saying earlier this week when they really try to push back on media reporting about a 10-point peace plan reportedly proposed by Iran. The White House saying that no, that's not the version actually given to the administration behind the scene. The real version is more reasonable. And here's what the White House press secretary was saying earlier this week. Watch.
What Iran says publicly or feeds to all of you in the press is much different than what they communicate to the United States, the president, and his team privately. Never underestimate President Trump's ability to successfully advance America's interests and broker peace. President Trump has a proven track record of achieving good deals on behalf of the United States and the American people, and he will only accept one that puts America first.
And while we know that there's a lot to watch for in the upcoming hours, if not days, about how the in-person talks will go, but we also know that the president is issuing fresh warnings to Iran, posting on Truth Social overnight, and saying that the U.S. is keeping troops in and near Tehran, near Iran, including, for example, all ships, aircraft, and ammunition if necessary. He says they're going to stay there until what he calls the real agreement has been complied with. And that comes as the Pentagon also saying that the U.S. is sticking around Iran while all this is happening during this temporary ceasefire, and that they have all the tools needed to launch even harder strikes if Iran decides to violate the ceasefire and if things don't go well in the talks. We also know that Israel today talking to the media, saying that they will start direct talks with Lebanon themselves. And that's, as we know, Iran has been launching some strikes in the region, accusing Israel of violating the ceasefire by striking Lebanon. So a lot of diplomatic efforts to be watched for, but also we know that in-person talks are coming up.
That's right, a lot to watch for. Thank you for the update. Central Command